Mrs. Director General, I would briefly like to touch on the subject of the sanctions that we took against the Russian Federation. Actually, I think that these sanctions did not achieve their goals, not the military, not the political, not the economic goals that had been at the origin of the sanctions. And there is no realistic prospect that they will ever reach these goals, since we can follow what happens every day. But I have the feeling that some of our member states suffer much more from these sanctions than the Russian Federation, and I think that one could argue that they are even counterproductive. Now, we have a number of consequences from these sanctions. We have extremely high prices, energy prices 5 times higher than in the United States, so we have a clear loss of competitivity. We have a loss of investments. We have a loss due to a stop of trade relations. We have desindustrialization, since a number of companies leave Europe to go to the United States and to other places, also because of our energy policy. So my question to you is the following. Would the European Commission accept to establish a realistic estimate of the costs of the energy sanctions against the Russian Federation, so that we could consider those and take decisions on the future of those sanctions, knowing exactly what they cost to us? Thank you very much.
The factors that bring higher energy prices in Europe compared to the US and China are many and fairly complex. I think it's important to be clear that sanctions are not part of those factors. We don't have sanctions on gas. Our gas prices and the price formation are driven by other factors, and I can say more about those, but there are no sanctions there. The sanctions in the field of oil have been designed exactly to avoid that we end up paying the price of the sanctions. That has been done with international partners and is an important feature of those. So again, sanctions are not driving up our energy prices.